So you remember back in the innocent days?
There you go.
When we did an episode on blockchain.
Yeah, it was like our first episode, I think.
Was it?
I feel like it was with Blockchain City.
One of the first.
Yeah, my brother sent me this like article or whatever about like, hey, did you hear this this Blockchain City is being built in Nevada? I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, that was my very first episode. Like, clearly you haven't been paying attention.
Oops, you caught me.
Yeah, right. It's a new frontier for sure.
Yeah, and what are the possible applications of something like blockchain?
Totally. So one of the things that kind of came up in regard of that is this thing called NFTs.
Yes.
Non-Fungible Tokens.
Fungible.
Yeah, fungible, which is a fun word to say.
Mm-hmm.
Fungible.
There's no fungus.
Fungible. Yeah, it's non-fungible. Yeah.
So fungible is
I guess the concept of fungible just means like transferable or like reproducible. And so like if it's non-fungible, that means it's like a non-fungible token basically in the cyberspace realm is a piece of like property in the digital realm.
It's a digital signature of authenticity.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now that could be for anything, right? Let's say for instance, you have like a piece of artwork, right? Mm-hmm. You have like the Mona Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Now you could trade with your buddy that picture of the Mona Lisa, but
take a picture of it.
Exactly. Yeah. But you don't know if that's like the real that.
Right.
And when I say the real, I mean the digital authentic that.
Right.
Right. Because again, if we're dealing with the authenticity world, it's like our magic episode. It's like we've created this system that's kind of like not like tangible yet is very real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so basically using blockchain technology, which is just a verification process, a digital verification process, you can basically decide whether or not these things are authentic, right? These non-fungible tokens, right? So you as an artist create something in the digital space and maybe you just make one of those. Yeah. Like a one of one. Right. Okay. Or maybe even a one of 15, like maybe you made 15 of them and you can sell 15 and somebody could hold in possession that one of 15 or whatever, right? But how do you know that that's part of the thing that the guy made, right? That the artist made. It's not just a picture. Yeah. Again, with like the smartphone world of artwork, we kind of had this weird couple of decade long period of weirdness of like, well, I'm going to put out this piece of artwork and then somebody can come up to it and be like, oh, wow, that's beautiful. Click. Yeah, exactly. And then take that home and make a print of it, right? Yeah. Well, the print is great. But how do you know if it's the real thing, dude? Mm-hmm. And that is where this comes in of like, well, we can authenticate these pieces of artwork, these pieces of digital property. Yeah. So I've heard it be talked a lot as well in like trading card universes.
That's a good metaphor, yeah.
Yes. So like, let's say for instance, and this is a thing that's really getting kind of popular right now. That's actually kind of blowing up in like the financial world. Yeah. Back in the analog day, you would have like a card with like Ken Griffey Jr.'s fucking baseball picture with his like stats and shit on it or whatever, right? Well, now with these non-fungible tokens or whatever, you have this like digital version of that playing card. Yeah. But that's yours. Right. And I was trying to wrap my brain around this, and people of my generation kind of have like a trouble with wrapping our brains around this because of this exact concept of like, well, what's to prevent me from just like making like a copy of this card and then going to with my buddies and hanging out and playing the trading card thing, you know, scene with my bootsy, that's not a real with my bootsy ass. Yeah, exactly, bro. My wife brought up the same point of like, well, then your friends would look at you like, that's like a cutout magazine picture of. That's not a card.
No, it's not. This is my iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. And it's going to be a continuously reoccurring like theme, I imagine, in this new era of cyberspace. And that's it's a place called Decentraland.
Decentraland,
which is basically like a Sims-like version of
online virtual community.
Exactly, dude. And it's limited. So you have to be able to. You can't just keep creating new plots of land forever and expanding. It's like a limited community. So if you wanted to get in there, you know, there's limited space or whatever, but it's like, well, why would I want to do that? It's like, okay, it's like, well, it's like the analog world. Why would anybody want to go anywhere? Even in the real world? Like, think about it for a second. Like, seriously, like, what are you doing? Well, I want to be entertained. Okay, well, they have something for that too. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to go talk about food. Well, they have shit for that too. You can go with this other establishment where they talk about food. And again, like with these non-fungible token things, these are all just pieces of property within this digital world that can be verified, right? So maybe if you're like a creator and you create like a hat that people in this like virtual Decentraland can wear, but maybe it's like you only made 2 of them. Right. And now it's like, okay,
Nikes.
well, how do you? Yeah, exactly. These Air Jordans, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, well, what if you want to know like for sure whether or not like anybody has this thing or not or whatever, right? Because that is really like the key of what makes something valuable is its scarcity.
Yeah, we can make digital scarcity.
Exactly, bro. And so my mind is exploding with all the possibilities of this thing that it could be. And this whole concept of non-fungible tokens, Decentraland, and this like cyber world that we're going to be mimicking of the analog world is going to be huge, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking huge. And all this shit, at least on the Decentraland, is all built on Ethereum.
Yeah.
With that cryptocurrency, right? And you could trade shit within Ethereum. It's something called mana, right? And so anyway, it's just really interesting, dude. And I feel like as lame as I think a lot of that shit is, dude, that is the fucking wave of the future, dude. That is what is going to be happening. We're going to have whole communities that are online, dude.
It's the oasis.
Exactly, dude. And with this whole blockchain city thing that's coming on, you tell me that they're not going to use like NFT technology to be able to freaking authenticate all the like different like tradings that are going to go on between the citizens there, right? So anyway, it's just fascinating. It was something that like made my brain explode because it takes a second to kind of understand it. You're like, well, why?
Even
why?
just the idea
why all this shit?
of digital currency is a little confusing.
No, just that in of itself. And that's like kindergarten compared to like this like high school courses of these like weird digital like platforms, right? Yeah. But it makes perfect sense, dude. It makes 100% perfect sense, dude. This is literally the next like big thing, dude, is this certification process of these digital properties.
Yeah.
Because that is where everybody's going to be living, interacting, doing business. Everything, dude, is going to be on these platforms or whatever with the use of VR, cryptocurrency, and the whole blockchain process is going to be the backbone of this whole concept.
Right. How do you know that digital Coke is clean?
You know, how do you know it hasn't been stepped on with a bunch of other like, you know, yeah, exactly. You want to cut it with baking powder, not baking soda. You know, you don't want muffins growing out of their nose.
Do you enjoy the show and want to help it grow? Don't hesitate. Like, share, and donate.
I'm not even fully aware of all this shit. You're the tech guy, Marcus.
I didn't hear about it.
No, that's my point, though. But I don't know any of this shit or whatever, dude. But I know I can recognize when something is revolutionary when I see it, dude. Yeah. And I know that this is going to be the next big fucking thing, dude. And I don't have to like it. It's hilarious because my brother was like talking shit about how like he thinks like which is hilarious. The tables for me and my brother of like conspiracy theories have fucking flipped, dude. Fucking, I was the one
theorist than I am
for
now.
real, dude. I was the one back in the day going like, God damn it, the towers wouldn't fucking fall like that if it was hit by a goddamn plane, you fucking idiots. And then freaking my brother now is sitting there going like, you know, dude, I just think that like cryptocurrency was created by the CIA, bro. You know, and I just think that they're just using it in order to freaking like push this like psychological fucking, you know, and I'm just like, no, dude, regardless of if it was created by the fucking CIA or not or whatever, blockchain is literally the way of the future, dude. I'm sorry, but like fucking the petrodollar, you thinking that like freaking Bitcoin is only being used by like shady underground black dark web fucking, you know,
it is,
entities.
but not exclusively.
No, exactly. But you saying that or whatever is literally a fucking propaganda talking point by the fucking big like establishment elites, dude, who are like financial establishment elites who are like, don't get into crypto, dude. It's all fucking dangerous. Blah, 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 blah. Nonsense, dude. Yeah. I don't even care if it fucking was created by the CIA. You know why? Because that's what's coming up, dude. Yeah. That's what's going to be used.
I mean, the internet was created by DARPA. So.
It's the same thing, dude. Thank you. I'm glad you totally understand. Thank you. Right? You're like, yep, right?
It's a big, scary, confusing future.
That's what I think is behind a lot of this pushback, dude, is for people like me fucking who are like, I don't like that, you know, Luddites who are like, you know, I don't like the way we're going. And it's like, well, I don't either, bro, but I'm also going to be damned if I'm going to be.
Are you going to be drowning or are you
exactly my point, dude. I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be drowned by this fucking thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why I think it's the whole Elon Musk thing, dude, about him talking about like, we need to like merge with AI, you know, and my initial like, you know, fucking animalistic reaction is like, no. Fuck you fucking traitorous piece of shit, Benedict Arnold motherfucker. Yeah, exactly, dude. You know what I mean? But like, he's probably right, dude. I don't want to do this any more than you do, but we're gonna have to fucking find some kind of equilibrium that we can find, dude. Otherwise, we're gonna be drowned.
We're gonna be ants.
We're gonna be ants, homie. Yeah. Do you want to be ants? I don't.
And if you use our exclusive link, you'll get 10% off. Use our exclusive link to get 10% extra mana.
Right? Yeah, exactly.